Yo, yo.
What's good, boys?
Got LOB back this week as well. Had a missing next
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
was
Little,
you?
I was in Croatia, had a little break.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, I just needed to just switch off kind of fully for the week. So it was quite nice just to, yeah, get some sun, man. Extend the summer a little bit.
Hmm.
Did you have a social media break and everything?
Kinda, yeah. I'm like working on the release for that Mellotron kit, so I'm
Oh
like
yeah.
did a little bit for that, and then I had a call with that dark label that I mentioned, and that was
Okay.
cool. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty chill. I didn't do a lot of work when I was out there. It was quite nice to just chill. But it was weird though. As soon as I stopped working, I sold like 4 beats in like the first in like 2 or 3 days when I was out there. Like the first couple of days,
That's crazy.
I was like so confused. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like I've not done anything really to promote them apart from just post them on that channel. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, but no, it was a
Funny
good
way
week.
the world works.
Yeah, yeah, you can put like 100% in for go all out for like a year or so and not see anything. Then it could be like 1 week you take off. It could all just go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
but
feel
no,
like the break did you good? Like did you come back refreshed?
yeah, definitely. I just wanted to it was quite nice to just kind of just stop everything and then especially
Yeah.
like with the dark label stuff, just to kind of just take a bit of a break and then kind of like almost plan a little bit like mentally what I want to be doing, like going
Yeah, of
forward. So
course.
yeah, it was really nice.
Nice man.
Have you been to Croatia, Ocean?
Never been before, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
it's definitely worth a trip. It's not that expensive either, really. Yeah, it's a really good spot. It's like some because there's like a lot of bays, and then you can kind of just set up camp there, and then you can get transport anywhere. There's like Ubers, you can get Ubers anywhere. Dubrovnik's like the main touristy spot, but yeah, I'd recommend just going out to like the quieter areas, and then just traveling in and out. It's really nice.
What area were you in?
It was called Melini. Well, it was like
Okay.
Melini, and then there was a place next to it called like Sobrano, and we was kind of like just in that area. It was so chilled. There was just like really
Yeah.
nice restaurants all down the seafront. Different there's like a couple beaches. Like ones with like nice lounges, and then you just paid. I think you paid like 35 euros, and then they that gives you the bed for the day, but it is like credit for the bar as well. So they do food and drink, and they just
Mm.
come out and serve you all day, like until you've spent all your money,
Nice.
basically.
Was it
Um,
good weather as well?
yeah, pretty good. There was one day where it was like quite stormy in the morning, but even after that, it was quite it was all right. And then the last day when we went to Dubrovnik, it was a little bit cooler, but it was kind of a good thing because there was so many people about. It was quite nice to
Yeah.
have a bit of a sea breeze and then like whilst you're walking around. So
Yeah, of course.
and we
I've always
found
wanted
this.
to go, man.
Yeah,
My mum
it's
went
definitely
last
worth a
year and
trip.
said it was amazing. Like real beautiful scenes.
Yeah, it's just really old school, like really old architecture. It's just really nice. It's a really nice place, and it's quite like not super touristy. It's just more like just like Airbnbs and little old sort of like hotels here and there. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a real sweet, it's a real nice spot. Found this fucking awesome basketball court. It was in
Oh, I saw that
Dubrovnik.
on your story.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like you just go up shit like a load of steps, and then you'd miss it if you didn't know it was there. I found it on Instagram before. Well, my girlfriend found it on Instagram before we got there.
Mm.
But yeah, you just go through into Dubrovnik and go up a load of stairs, and then there's like a little gate. You just go through this little gate, and then there's just this basketball court like right up
That's
at the
sick.
top. Like you can see like out into the whole of Dubrovnik. It was crazy.
Did you get a ball to bring with you? Or did
Nah,
you start playing with some guys there?
yeah, there was like a ball just on the floor there when we got there, and it was kind of
Mm.
flat. But then a guy came, I don't, he might have been a local, and he had a ball pump, so he pumped it up, and we just played
How
horse.
convenient.
Yeah,
Just walking around with a pump
I think
everywhere just for that moment.
literally.
sounds like things was just aligning for you on this
I
trip.
know. Beat
Found a
sales were
random
coming
ball,
in.
ball pump. Yeah,
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 that was needed.
maybe you
yeah,
need to go to
definitely.
Croatia more often.
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
just set up camp there, just get an Airbnb for a couple of months.
Buy some lottery
Uh,
tickets there, man.
Yeah,
yeah, no, it was a really nice spot. I definitely recommend it for the next one. Maybe we can do the next producer link up there or something.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be sick.
so but yeah, all good there. What you guys been on?
Jay, what did you do for your birthday?
Chilled one yesterday, you know. just got up, went gym, chilled in the sauna for a bit. Had some few hours of work to do in the morning, just to wrap up the bundle, and then just met my boy for a coffee, and then me and my girl just went out for food in town. And then after that, just had like 1 or 2 more bits to do for work, and then just chilled, man. Yeah, it was real steady. Because I had a barbecue last week. Just had the fam round and stuff. It was more then. And then Kira got me tickets to Warehouse Project for next week. So we're going to go Warehouse Project next week. I think I was saying on the last podcast, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of saving it for that, really. I think I'm just going to I've got one of those weekends where I've got no plans, and I kind of want it that way.
Yeah.
You know, where you can you just open, you can just maybe go out for a nice breakfast somewhere and just chill.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it's nice to have nice to have no plans sometimes, isn't it? It's just
chill.
Nice and chill, man.
Yeah,
birthdays are different these days. This was like 10 years ago. I'd be like, right, we're out tonight, out tomorrow night.
yeah, literally. You can't say my girl anymore. You gotta say fiance.
Oh yeah, it feels too grown up saying that, man.
You're a grown man now. 30. 38, 39.
38. Bones are getting creaky.
32. 32.
Still
I still don't feel
man.
grown up though. I feel was it us that were talking about this before? I was listening, might have been on that Chris Williamson's podcast where he was talking about the concept of no grown-ups, where, you know, like ever since even you're young, like say you're in year 7, you look at the year 11s and you're like, whoa, they're like grown-ups. And then you get to that age and you're just a kid basically. And then you look at the like 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds and like they're grown-ups. You get to that age, you still feel like a kid. Then you get to 30s and it's like, I still feel like I'm young. Now I'm looking at like the 40-year-olds and shit, like they look like grown-ups. But then the 40-year-olds are looking at like the 50-year-olds. And it's like, every time you get to this next step, you still don't have everything figured out. You still feel like you're young in your head. Obviously certain things change, but you never feel like a full grown-up, do you?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Honestly, the only time I ever felt like a grown-up, which is ironic, was the time when I was 15, 16. When I was 15 and 16, I used to think, oh man, like I'm a full-on man now. You know what I mean? But ever since then, like you said, I literally have that feeling like I'm still young. I'm still young.
Yeah.
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 No, I hear that. Yeah.
So there's no such thing as grown-ups, man. No one's got it figured out.
No.
Everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the only time you get like the occasional reminder, it's never like permanent though, is it? It's like you'll be
Just
maybe
something subtle.
Yeah, like maybe when I was in Cyprus and we went to Jack wanted to go to those clubs and then we got out there and it's just full of like kids and we're just like, fuck, I feel old. But yeah, it doesn't...
Definitely times like that.
Yeah, but it's not permanent. You don't feel like... Yeah, you don't feel like super old all the time.
I'm probably going to feel like that Warehouse Project next week.
You think so?
Probably. Warehouse Project's a rave, innit, man? So it's like...
I feel like
until like
older people go to raves though.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of older people at Warehouse Project.
Yeah, maybe actually. Maybe. Well, I used to go when I was like uni days probably, so like 20, 21. But maybe it depends on what night you go. Like if you go tonight, for example, I think like Loyal Khan is on and a couple like hip hop guys. But then tomorrow it's... No, wait, sorry, that's next week. But then the day after when we're going, it's like Peggy Goo who's headlining. And just a lot of like people in the EDM space, I guess. So maybe it depends on the night you're going. But yeah, maybe raves will have a little bit of an older crowd. But you'll know it when it gets to like 12 and it's like, back's a bit tired now. Like, I need whatever. Have you ever seen those things? It's like on a meme in it where you have like the fold up chair just like stuck to your back. It kind of like folds in, but you can wrap it around you. So if you need to sit down, you can just release it.
That sounds like a good idea, one of those to be fair.
Yeah. Oh man. Is it a long event? Like what time is it? What time is it from until? Is it quite like a late one?
It says doors open at 7 p.m. and then closes at 4 a.m. So that's kind of long, really.
Yeah,
like,
that is long.
We won't be going for 7. We're gonna go anyway, see what the vibe's like.
Yeah.
So it should be alright. I think it's at the same venue where we saw
Dina,
you know, when we went to watch
Dina. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be so. Yeah, that's a cool venue.
Yeah. So now it should be good.
Yeah.
I think we've got another one left in us. We'll see.
Still going strong. I reckon you'll be fine. I think like because you do see the odd older guy or older people at raves will be those people at like 40 still turning up to raves.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Yeah.
I feel like it will always be like this though. Like when we're 50, 60, we're still gonna. I don't know. I think we'll still want to go to raves though, because when you think about it, DJs don't really have what do you call it? An expiration date.
Yeah.
Like the best DJs are actually 60s, 70s, like Carl Cox and those kind of guys, because they just have mad experience of DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think our definition of at 60, our definition of a rave would be going to like salsa lessons at the local,
bingo.
Oh,
the
man.
local bingo hall.
Hip-hop bingo.
Can you imagine?
How's the kit launch going, Ocean? When's it coming out?
My kit.
Yeah.
I'm still planning. I haven't even really like got to sound design too much, but I put out a
You
free
did a free
kit.
one though, didn't you?
Yeah, I put out a free
Yeah, I was
kit
just gonna
recently.
say.
I haven't even pushed that properly. I still need to do a video, put it in the video, and do a couple more posts. But yeah, just been I've been, because you know when you're posting stuff, you kind of have to prioritize what you're gonna promote, I guess.
Yeah.
So one video kind of did well for me on TikTok for a beat that I made ages ago. So I've just been trying to push that for now.
Oh, the drill one. Like the
Yeah.
rave drill one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember when you did that video. It feels like ages ago now.
Yeah, it was, man. It was like 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Just posted that
And
clip
it's just
randomly.
resurfaced.
Mm.
Sick.
Oh.
So you put that out on SoundCloud?
Yeah, put it out on SoundCloud. Still trying to grow the SoundCloud, so I'm just putting stuff up there.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
You must have so many
last
beats,
week-
just not anywhere.
oh
Mhm.
man, yeah, I got tons and tons of beats, tons of music that probably will never see the light of day, tons of loops that will they kind of just live on the hard drive.
Yeah. I guess when you made them, like you, even if you're sending them out, like you send them out, and then after you've done it once or twice, like that's it. They're just kind of not dead loops, but they're just not doing anything at that point. So yeah, you just kind
Yeah,
of sit
but
on them.
that's the good thing though. Like, if the music's good, it will just never die.
Yeah,
It might just not be
for
the
sure.
time for it, but
Yeah.
like that beat is 3 years old, but it's still decent. Like it sounds good, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think that's probably why it did well.
Man, I
Yeah,
listened to my
definitely.
beats from 3 years ago. I'm just thinking, these sound so dead.
Mm.
Maybe because
Even
the
from
sounds
3
just
years
changed
ago?
so much. Maybe.
I feel like now we've
Definitely
been,
like 4 years ago.
yeah, but now I feel like now you've been producing for so long, kind of not hit a peak or anything, but like 3 years ago was what 2021,
Yeah.
and you were like obviously good at that point. So I feel like 3 years ago isn't too bad. I think maybe like 2018, 2017, probably a different story for all of us, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not-
definitely sound selection, I think,
yeah,
back then.
Yeah.
But at the time, all those beats were slapping, you know?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
maybe at the time. I guess it's just looking back now, and like you said, sound selection changes so much.
Yeah,
And just the overall
to be
sonics
fair,
change,
drill,
don't they?
Yeah, drills change a lot as well. I
Oh,
think that
yeah.
changes the most. So yeah, you're probably right.
Definitely.
The landscape just changed quite quickly with drill. So yeah,
I think
see what
one
you mean.
thing as well-
I guess trap, like if you were making trap back then, you'd still have, they were still sort of relevant now. Because a lot of
Yeah.
the same sounds are still used, really. Like it was still
Mhm.
the spins and the zay, the rat kick, and things like that.
Yeah,
I think we might be slightly biased as well, because we make beats all the time and we listen to the same style over and over again. Sometimes even the same beat or the same loop over and over again, and we just get sick of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still kind of fresh. Like there's a couple tracks that I've made earlier in the year, and I personally really don't like them anymore because I've just heard it too much. But the other day,
Mhm.
I played a track that I haven't heard in like 6 months, and I made maybe last year, and I was like, oh shit, this is actually quite good. I didn't realize it was that
Yeah.
good, but I think it's just because of the space that I gave it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
yeah. It's always the simple ones, isn't it?
Find it weird. Do you ever get like a comment on like a video that's like 4 years old that'll just pop up, and it'll be like someone trying to critique your beat, and they'll be like,
yeah, definitely.
these snares aren't used anymore. Like, yeah, the
Yeah,
video's 4 years
post.
old.
Yeah.
Honestly, man.
I noticed YouTube does, it's on my YouTube anyway. It pushes older videos now too.
Mm.
Before it wasn't
Yeah.
doing that so much, but a couple videos from like 3-4 years ago are getting views.
Yeah, it's strange,
Yeah.
isn't it? Sometimes I notice it because I've got a few different YouTube channels. Like if I'm logged into like my beat channel, for example, on my homepage, it'll recommend a video from a tutorial channel from like 2-3 years ago. It's so random.
Yeah. It's probably just like recommending videos that from channels that you've watched, but like not seen certain videos. But obviously, yeah, like videos that have done well in the past, it'll probably like resurface them, like recommend them because you haven't seen that one yet. Or yeah, it's strange how it works with the algorithm. But yeah,
How's your kit coming along?
Yeah, good.
The Analog Lab one.
Yeah, it's good.
Mellotron, isn't it?
Yeah, just like specific to Mellotron. It's good, man. It's pretty much finished. I might go back in and render all of the presets out as like one shots and just include that just in case people don't have it or like they just want to have the one shots handy. But yeah, it's pretty much good to go. I just need to like touch up the sales page a little bit, and then after that just make some content, promote it, emails, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then
when are you launching yours?
I'm launching it on. It's like not this. It's not the. It's the 11th. So 2 weeks time. 2 weeks from today. Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm gonna do like a free version of it on the 4th. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna be. It's not a huge kit. It's just I think it's like 75 presets. So I did a fair amount of presets, but just specific to Mellotron. I didn't want to go super crazy with the with like a big bundle. Any reason is just because I'm doing the dark label stuff now, so it just would have been like 4 or 5 months, like another 4 months from now when I'd release it because I'm slowly like building up a bundle. So
how's it going with dark label?
Yeah, it's getting there. Still quite early days. I still need to go through like the content on they've got like a school community, so that's where the bulk of their like curriculum stuff is. So I'm just kind of going through that, like learning the process of doing like outbound, inbound like marketing just to get like new clients, and then once all that's like put in place, then I'll be good to go. And because I've already got like my YouTube and everything, I've been speaking with the main guy, and we're going to come up with some kind of offer for producers as well. So I'll be doing the normal stuff that they normally do, like their bread and butter, but then I'll also be just coming up with like an offer for producers. So I kind of got like I can kind of dip into there because I've got that pool there already. So he was like, we may as well like utilize it, and I've got the private community and stuff. But I like the private community, but I feel like I can give like way more value than I'm giving in there. So
that's how I always feel as well. Yeah.
So I probably shouldn't say. I'll tell you when we finish recording. But just gonna need to make some changes to that kind of side as well. But overall it's going good then, man. It's exciting, like going through all the content, and it's interesting seeing just seeing the producers that are in there. There's a couple guys that said, because I made like you have to make like a welcome post and just say like introduce yourself, and there's a couple guys that recognized my YouTube stuff.
Oh, so
a couple guys reached out, and one of them reached out saying like, oh bro, it's good to see you in here. It's been a minute since we last spoke, and then I checked on Instagram, and it was a guy that I'd spoke with in like 2018.
No way.
Yeah, and I checked his socials, not huge socials, but we just got chatting, and he was like, yeah, I'm not too fussed about my numbers on socials because the client work's just like, it's just been booming for him. I was like, yeah, it's crazy just how you don't kind of need all the numbers to just be a producer. There's like so many different ways to go about doing it.
Yeah, of course.
So
I was talking to my boy about this yesterday. I was saying that it's like just having a number of followers obviously doesn't bring you money. Like there'll be people that have like 1 million followers who maybe just post, I don't know, maybe it's just like day in the life stuff or just something like just random stuff every day where they don't really have a sort of niche audience, and then they really don't know how to monetize the audience.
Yeah,
Like just
for sure.
having followers doesn't get you paid.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's you just have to be smart, don't you? Like, there's channels that are way smaller than ours that are probably making around the same amount. If some maybe even more, just being smart because they're just
Yeah.
smart business wise. They use like their following to funnel that into their main offer, and yeah, they've probably got maybe like a high ticket offer where they can get like 5 or 6 clients a month, and then they're making like 10 to 20K, just off of that, excluding
Yeah.
ad revenue and all that kind of stuff, sponsors. Um, it just seems more sustainable. I think like what we're doing is good. Obviously, we've got the business side of it, set up the viewership and the sponsors, but I also think like building up a very strong sort of like just a very small like circle of clients is like super important. Just because the dark label, even with the dark label stuff, their YouTube channel is not popping. They're not getting crazy views. Some videos do quite well because they've got really good content, but the first call I got onto it with him, I was like, just talking about the business side, and he was like, yeah, we've only been going for like 2 years and we're like 6 figures. We take on 10 clients a month. We have our set price, 10 clients makes us X amount. And he said it's just simple math. We just need to get enough inbound leads, and the YouTube does that for us. So that's all we use it for. I was like, it just changes your perspective.
It's a high ticket product.
Yeah,
high value products. Then you don't need a lot of people, do you?
Yeah, exactly. You just target a very small niche, and then as long as your videos are reaching those people, and you got the budget, it's fine. So yeah, it's just
there's so many ways to do it, isn't there? It's even like with selling beats. You could sell beats for £1, but you'd have to sell so many beats to actually make a good living off it.
Yeah,
but you could do something like maybe like what Brick's Domain promotes, like selling beats for like a few grand a pop, but then you only need a few clients. Otherwise, you got to sell thousands of beats for those £1 ones. Yeah,
exactly. And it's kind of like it's not changing your perspective. It's just kind of adding that different perspective to what you've already got. So like obviously we've already got like the kit selling stuff and the YouTube stuff, but then there's like a whole other side to it. There's like a chart that he posted, and it was like different ways of different forms of income. And then there was like beat selling and kit selling, sample pack selling. Was like bottom right, not in a bad way. It was just the way he laid out the chart. It was like kit selling and beat selling. They're evergreen products, so they can just keep making money. But it's just low ticket costs, so you need to sell a lot of them. And then there was like the high paying stuff where you can and he said that's like a slow thing to build up, because obviously you need to build up a brand, build up an audience, build trust and stuff. And then there's the other side of it where it was like fast and high paying, and it was like getting music production clients where you're essentially kind of taking them through most of the process, where you're maybe doing pre-production, making it instrumental, maybe doing some mix downs, or maybe outsourcing the mix downs, but just all in-house, taking care of like the whole production process, even maybe helping them with the marketing side. And you can charge anywhere between £1,000 to £5,000, sometimes more depending on the client. And that's like, you can do that quite quickly. You don't need a huge audience to begin with. You just need a bit of I guess just like some initial content to show you're human, and you've got a good product. But he said that can be done. You can build that up within a year. And there's just a bunch of other different ways, but it just opens your mindset. A lot of people, just all the content on YouTube is aimed towards selling small, like low ticket type beats and stuff.
Yeah,
and then
of course.
Everyone thinks that's the only way, when it's really not.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how it goes over the next, if we do a podcast in 6 months' time, just to see what sort of clients you built up.
Yeah. I'm intrigued just to see how it pans out. Could even influence like the content style, like the YouTube content style as well. Do
you think that's the direction you will go with the content, more geared towards getting clients?
Artists at that point, would it be? Well, I guess you're catering towards producers as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe it might just be more of a mixture, but it might do, because I feel like if I'm doing it all the time, I have like a lot of insight to give, on the channel, and it can I can give way more value. I can just give more value. Honestly, I'll be honest, at the minute with video ideas, and I'm not. I feel like, because we had that big, like 2022, 2023, especially 2023, we had that long run of sessions, and we were doing a lot of producer link ups, and we were doing a lot of, sessions with Lats, and obviously we did that long year of sessions. That just kind of like inspired the content, you that drove the content, because we're kind of out in the field all the time working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whereas like as soon as you stop traveling and you're not working with people one to one, and you're not like, you mainly just focus on the business kit selling content. The content ideas kind of dry up, and me I can only speak for myself. I was just running out of ideas, and I knew the content I was putting out wasn't very good. It was just like, I'm just like posting cook-up videos. Really, I'm not really thinking too much about it. So I think it'd be nice. It'd be good to do this kind of stuff, and then hopefully that'll drive the ideas, and I can give away more value, basically. So.
Gosh, yeah.
I'm intrigued. We'll see how it goes.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
We'll do the catch up podcast. We'll give, let's say, like 6 months from today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do the catch up podcast.
Yeah, see me on the streets, like broke, like didn't work.
Nah.
I got scammed.
Man's got the crib in Croatia now. With the basketball court.
I'll be living in the basketball court. But no, we should be.
Yo, congrats on hitting 500k as well, Ocean.
Congrats, man.
Cheers.
Wild.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I kind of
Long
snuck
time
up on
coming.
you.
Yeah.
Were you looking at the
I bet
number
that feels-
too much, or did it just kind of, you just like, oh shit, hit a 500k?
I started looking at the number when it got to like the 490 somethings.
Yeah.
Because it kind of took like a bigger jump than usual from 490 to about 500.
Right.
So that's when I was like, oh shit, we're gonna approach it now. It's real.
That's sick, man.
So,
500,000, man. 500,000 people. That's a lot of people.
I feel like you should definitely have a plaque for that. It seems crazy that the next plaque is at 1 million. You go from
it's a
100k
big
to
jump.
1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Back in the days, when subs really, really mattered, I feel like the jump from 100k to 1 million was kind of easier.
Maybe.
Like 4 or 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it felt like at that time, as soon as you got to 100k, it's like you were just being recommended so much more. Or the more your channel grew in terms of subscribers, the more your videos would be recommended, and
I think the rate of growth back then was a lot quicker. But then also, like, you know how we used to say, make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Like every video had that. Nowadays, I can't really say I see it much. I don't know if you guys still do it, but I don't really see it much.
Rarely.
I rarely see subs like mattering as much as it used to. Like I've seen channels with 10k subs get hundreds of thousands of views every video, and I've seen like channels like mine that videos are not popping like they used to, but got the highest sub count. And I think it's just time in the game as well.
I get that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously helps
But still,
a bit.
it's nice to have, you know what I mean? It's still a milestone. I'm definitely happy I got that, for sure.
Yeah.
Looks better than
it's
4.
huge, man.
So.
Yeah, just a bit. 500k people. That's like, it's weird. It's weird because obviously it's just a number on a screen, but then when you actually try and quantify it, you just type in like 500k as an image, and you just see, okay, that's a lot of people.
If you think about filling out stadiums, like how many people did Travis Scott have at that show in Italy where everyone was outside? I bet that wasn't even 500k people.
No. Probably
Was
So
there
if you
any-
imagine all your subscribers turning up to
I wonder if
a
there's
live
ever
cook-up.
been an event that's had 500,000 people
Let's have a
in
look.
one space.
I wonder how many people were at that. What was it again? Was it in the 90s where they did the? You know where DMX was playing? They did the documentary on it.
Yeah.
Woodstock, was it? Was like the new Woodstock.
Yeah, something like that.
Woodstock, 90s.
I'm gonna quickly Google.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Woodstock in 99, but they did one in 69. Obviously, that was the first one.
The biggest
people
world
went
record attendance is 200,000, just under 200,000.
Well, this says an estimated 400,000 people attended Woodstock 99, which was held in New York. 400,000. Oh wait, let's see. But then the next link says approximately 220,000 people attended the festival over the 4 days.
All right.
Maybe a
So
split.
one site says 400,000, one says 200,000. Yeah.
I don't know if like this, even like any venue would be big enough to hold that amount of people. I'm looking
It's
at
kind of
pictures
dangerous
now.
to have that much people.
Yeah. Like, imagine being stood at the front and in the toilet, and you got to go through 200,000 people to get to it.
Everyone's just going in cups at that point.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking at a picture and like there's like a picture of like it says close to 500,000, and it's like it's in a city with like a massive open space. It's just people everywhere.
So imagine all your subscribers just turning up to one event.
Yeah,
It's so crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Oh,
and you got to make a beat in front of them.
Yeah.
What about
it's out of key.
yeah, that 808 shit, bro. What about, is it the World Cup when Argentina won? Because like the streets got flooded then. I think there was over 500,000 for that. And that was there was tons of people. Like the highways were just filled out and everything.
And I wonder how many people went to, when, was it Kai Cenat when he was doing that? I think he was doing like a giveaway or something. And I think he just told everyone to like pull up somewhere because he was doing something. But then like thousands of people showed up. So obviously his audience is huge.
Yeah.
Let me see how many people went there. I think he got arrested for it. Yeah, I'll have to find that after. Yeah, he was charged with inciting a riot.
Fucking hell.
So all he did was like just tell people to pull up.
Damn, man.
Yeah, it doesn't say how many people.
How many people do you think you'd get to turn up if you said, like, I'm at this studio, pull up, or like I'm going to be here at this time?
I think if I did it in London, quite a lot.
Yeah, maybe in London. Not in Manny. About 5 people.
Not in Bangkok.
Oh, yeah.
How was that that party? Did you have a party like last week or something? Last Saturday?
Yeah. I threw a party on Saturday night.
House party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, so I could DJ and film it at the same time and just have a good vibe, I guess. It was good though. Way more people turned up than I thought was going to turn up. Especially because it's rainy season. It was raining super heavy. And usually when that happens, things just start getting cancelled and all that kind of stuff. But it was a good turnout. Maybe like 30 or 40 people turned up to the house.
Sick.
Just vibed out, played some new music that I've been making, filmed it.
How do you know that many people in Thailand? Is it from when you used to live there?
No, so I invite some people that I know, but I tell them like, feel free to bring friends, whatever.
Okay. Right.
And yeah, somebody helped me organize it. She brought loads of friends too.
Right. Okay. Sick.
Nice, man. Was it a good night?
Yeah, it was a great night. Yeah, did my set and then afterwards went to another house party and I DJ'd there for a little bit too. So it was a good night. I want to do that again, but maybe, I don't know if doing it at my condo is great because there's a lot of noise complaints.
Did you get some complaints, yeah?
Yeah, so I'd like to do it again, but maybe, maybe a rooftop or somewhere else. I just have like it's not even like a super party. It's more just very, do your thing, vibe out. I'm just going to play music in the background kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Wonder if you could hire a venue somewhere and just host your own party.
Yeah, I think that would be the next step, turning it into an actual event and then having other DJs come and all that. But then, man, that's a lot. It's a whole like,
at that point.
Yeah, it's a whole nother skill set.
Yeah,
definitely. I feel like it'd be quite a big upfront. Well, no, I guess in the beginning you could start small, I guess. But just thinking about the upfront investment, people like, don't know how much places charge to hire out like the place for the night, and I guess you'd have to do it on like a good night, like a Saturday or a Friday or something.
And then you have to start. That's when you're gonna have to start charging as well, like whatever it is for a ticket.
Yeah,
I'd prefer not to be like in the events business. Honestly, I'd rather
just
very casual parties kind of vibe.
Yeah. What route would you rather go down? Would you rather, I take it you don't want to do like your own events, but would you do like bookings? It's where you just literally get paid, you turn up, do your set?
Yeah, 100%. That's the goal. That's basically the goal, to go on tour and you're literally just city to city, playing clubs, playing festivals.
Yeah.
Because that's how that's how you make money as a DJ, really. You're just always on tour.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like the way. That'd be great as well for you could take it. Just the whole year, just grinding, but you just traveling, seeing cool places, and
Yeah, that'd be a sick
experience that.
experience.
It's the
And I feel
goal,
like
man.
for getting booked as well, like people are going to those events. They're going already. Like they've already built up their clientele. The excitement for those events of just people are going to go, and I bet the environment would be sick to DJing them just constantly.
Mhm. Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a DJ called James Hype.
I don't think so.
James Hype.
He's huge now, but
Let's see.
he has a YouTube channel where he kind of just vlogs the
Oh, he
life
looks
of him
familiar.
DJing and stuff.
Right.
But that's probably the best way to
Right, okay.
showcase like that lifestyle, I guess. But he's doing it at the highest level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The daily routine of 1 billion streams.
Oh yeah,
Damn,
this guy's huge.
Yeah, he's killing it.
that's crazy, man.
Killing it.
Who's your favorite? Like, who do you look up to for inspiration in this world?
In terms of DJing,
Yeah, or just the type of music you make him.
the type of music I've been making now is like a cross between techno and trance, and sometimes just full on trance.
Right.
Guys that I like, probably, I don't know if you ever heard of Ketama, Grab, Skin on Skin,
Okay.
The Legend,
I don't
Carl
really know these
Cox.
names. Obviously,
Oh,
I
I
know
know
Carl
him, Carl
Cox.
Cox. Yeah.
But guys like Grab, Skin on Skin. But to be honest with you, like these DJs that are always touring and doing shows and that, sometimes they don't even have huge followings or huge online presences. Like I can't find an interview with Katama, but maybe there's like 4 or 5 sets on YouTube of his DJing set. But he's everywhere. Like he's just on tour non-stop.
Yeah.
You see his stories like one day in Ireland, next day in Australia,
It's
5
crazy,
days
man.
in the US. Like,
Do you think you'd do that constantly, or would you do it for like a year and then maybe take like 3 months off? Because I thought that's
I think
such a
most
crazy
people
schedule.
end up having to take a break because
Yeah.
that it gets. I can understand, it gets tiring after a while, just constantly in new places. You're not seeing anything apart from hotel rooms and clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally,
Go on, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say personally, like the idea of me doing 100, 200 shows in a year really excites me, and I want to try that and see how it goes and have my content around that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Just vlogging the whole thing.
Yeah,
But,
that'd be
yeah.
incredible.
Guys who have done it at the top levels, like, do you remember Avicii?
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
worked
yeah.
to death, man. Yeah.
Pretty much, man. Or even like Swedish House Mafia. The guys who have done it at the highest level, they all kind of got to a point where it's like, we cannot do this anymore. We're mentally fucked.
Yeah.
We're mentally drained. We need a break. So I
Yeah.
think, you probably... There is no balance in this lifestyle, but somehow you have to just try and find it.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard
Yeah.
Steve Aoki on a podcast a while back, and I can't
He's a
remember
beast
how many
with it.
shows he did in a year, but he does loads of shows. I
He
didn't
will
realize
do
how
like a
many.
couple shows in a night sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Start in Europe.
What, 2 different venues?
Yeah, so he might do something like play in Ibiza, then take a flight to
This-
New York, play in New York, take a flight to LA. But because of the time zone is constantly going backwards, you
Yeah.
kind of time it in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Flying back through time. That's fucking crazy, man. That is
But
so
like,
crazy.
This link said he did over 300 shows in 1 year.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
crazy.
God.
And he's getting the
So he
bag
does
as
an
well.
average of
6 figures a show.
250 shows. That's
Yeah, I wonder
wild.
what his price is per show on average. It's got to be like up there. So he's making bank.
Like,
that
let's
year.
say he's doing conservatively 100k a show. He can
Yeah.
pull it off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
if you can collect 300k in a night, it might be
when
worth
he
it.
decides to retire, which is probably like at any point right now he could retire, he'll just be set. He's
Yeah,
just
be chilling, man.
chilling at that point.
And even then,
Definitely.
he could just be semi-retired. He could just be like one of those legendary
Yeah.
DJs that comes out and does just like one crazy event every year, and like even
Mhm.
for that, he's
Yeah.
probably getting a
Get
mil.
a few
and he's
mil
like,
each year.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's crazy, man. Crazy schedule. Do you think
Yeah,
you'd be able
man.
to keep up like your the healthy lifestyle? Finding a gym, nutrition, just keeping everything good.
Honestly, yeah, I think it's possible. You
Mm.
just have to be extremely disciplined. Like you can't be on the
Organised,
road eating McDonald's every night. Do you know what I mean? You have to
Yeah.
Yeah,
really make a conscious decision that I need to eat a chicken
All the
salad.
book hotels with a gym, that type of thing.
Can't be drinking every night. People get fucked up with the drinking and drugs every night. You cannot do that if you're going to tour a lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to look after yourself. But if you're going to do like the drinking lifestyle, then you're just going to slow yourself down. You have to pretty much operate like an athlete, honestly.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
you have to,
man.
because
That endurance is crazy.
Yeah, you need that endurance for sure.
And
you hear about what
sleep
50 Cent
whenever you
did? 50 Cent, when he was pushing his alcohol brand, and even when he was blowing up as a rapper, he'd have to live the club life. But what he'd do is
drinking, was he?
Yeah, he'd order like loads of bottles of champagne and stuff, and then he'd ask for an empty one, and then he'd just fill it up with water, and then he'd be drinking out the bottle, so it looks like he's drinking and living that life, but yeah, he was just drinking water. He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
that makes sense, man.
Yeah,
I think alcohol on the body, if you do it consistently, like your body can get used to it, but over time it just really fucks with you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
No, it does, man. It really does.
Everything in moderation. You just got. Yeah, it's so easy to go overboard with that kind of lifestyle, isn't it? Like you're doing it every night, so you're like, oh, I'll just have a few drinks, and then you're doing that every night, and it's like it's going to catch up.
Yeah.
It might take a year, might take 2 years, but eventually your body's just going to say, no, I can't put up with this anymore. It's just poison.
I think it's fine to go through a phase of like, everyone's had their party phase where maybe in like the early 20s, or for some people it's later, you just go through a phase where you're in that life, you're just enjoying your nights out, doing whatever. But then it's when you see people that are still doing the same thing like 10 years later, and I'm like, how have you not grown out of this yet?
Yeah. Just like run down, like tired all the time.
Yeah, like every weekend, just like drinking, just in like a pub or a club, or you know what I mean, just every weekend. It seems crazy. I don't know how people can do it.
Yeah,
when did you go out of your phases, would you say?
Still have it, mate. Going hard.
I was definitely going hard in like the early 20s.
Yeah.
And then maybe even like, say up until like 25, it like slowly tapers off. It's like, when you're young, it's like student days and stuff. It's like, yeah, you just want to use up for anything at that point. And then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, maybe every like few weekends you go out, every 2 weekends, like whatever. And then it just slowly fades out, I think.
Yeah.
But I think when I started hitting like 25, 26, then I became a bit less interested in it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's, yeah.
How about you guys?
Probably the same, to be honest. Yeah. Just uni years. And then once uni was done, because it was so heavy at uni, I was just like, still like fancied going out, fairly regularly, but I wasn't like super on it. And then when I moved to Cyprus, didn't go out at all there because there wasn't really a nightlife close by. I was kind of out in the sticks. But whenever I'd come back to the UK, I was like, excited to go out again.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'd say the same. Like 20, probably COVID. After COVID, just didn't really excite me anymore. Going out and drinking all the time. I was just like, yeah, don't need to do this anymore. So yeah, about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About you, Ocean?
I'd say when I was younger, I didn't really enjoy clubbing too much or going out, but I used to like drinking a lot. So I'd just go out to drink basically. But when COVID hit, after that, that's when I pretty much quit drinking. But now it's reversed. Like I do like going out, but it's not really to get fucked up or to have a night out, if that makes sense. I like to just go enjoy the event for a few hours.
Yeah.
Go for the music and then just come home, innit? And not drink, not do anything, just literally just go to enjoy the experience just for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't even do that often. It's like, it's either for business or if it's not for business, maybe like once a year, twice a year.
Yeah, I think that's enough really, isn't it? Just one blowout maybe every now and then, and that's it. Maybe was your blowout the Dina event last year? You had one beer and he was like, I'm feeling this, boys.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy because I hadn't drank any alcohol in such a long time.
Yeah.
And then I thought they gave me 0% because that's what I asked for, innit? And I was like, this tastes kind of nice. It tastes a bit stronger than usual. I kind of just went with it. I didn't even have that much and I was just starting to feel like a bit weird and I was like, that's when I realised.
Ross Kemp meme. Have you seen that Ross Kemp meme?
Oh my God.
I can feel that,
I'm feeling that. And I am
it's
feeling
like when
it.
you have the captions something like where you have your mum's spaghetti that has like red wine in it. And it's like, whoa, I can feel that.
Yeah, man, when you don't have alcohol for a while and you drink alcohol, it just slaps you in the face like crazy. But when you have alcohol like every week, it's not that bad. You could have a couple pints and you'd be fine, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got friends that they can they drink pretty much like 5 nights a week. They just drink casually at night and they can smash like a crate of 6 bottles, and that's not, it didn't touch them. They're just like, yeah, it's just a normal night. Have a few beers before bed and then I'm good to go. I'm like, man, yeah, I can't do that. I'll be feeling pretty drunk at that point.
Yeah, when I was
kinda
younger,
like you
it's
have-
calm, innit?
Yeah, I think in your younger, you have like a phase. You first start drinking, and it's exciting. You can get drunk off of like 2 beers. You're like, oh my god, I feel hammered. And then go through university or whatever, and you have that party phase, and then you need to drink a lot, and then it tapers off again. Then you're back to square one. Like you can have like a beer, and you're like, bloody hell, I feel it now. Yeah,
I remember being able to go out with like £20, and you'd somehow get drunk, have food, and get a taxi back.
and the taxi. Yeah,
Yeah.
Good. And these days, a night out is costing you like, if you have a proper night out anyway, you're spending like between 100 and 200, like easy.
yeah. And that's not even a crazy night, really. It's just buying your drink,
Yeah.
like a couple drinks at each bar, and before you know it, you've spent fucking shitloads. And then obviously, food, getting an Uber back. Yeah, it's crazy expensive. But anyway, back to producing.
You know what we should do though? We should like produce drunk one day. You know,
Yeah, I
we
was
had
literally just about to say that. Have
Yeah.
you guys ever
Yeah.
done that?
we should be like, right, we're gonna start a video, but we each need to do 5 shots each.
In the
imagine
beginning,
the intro?
of
See
the
how it
channel, I was thinking
progresses.
about doing that, like doing a challenge. I tried to make a beat drunk or something like this.
Yeah, I think Jack did that on live, didn't he? I think he went live and he did.
Oh yeah,
For
when
every
people
donation.
donated, he has a shot.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
He was just slamming whiskey, like straight whiskey.
Oof.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that'd be funny, man. I think it'd be funny if we got drunk before filming, and then doing the intros and everything. That'd be just jokes, just like slurring our words, trying to like.
Probably just forget to hit record and do the whole video drunk.
Yeah.
No OBS.
No OBS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or maybe we should do it with edible or something.
Yeah. Make it a series. Make it a series.
That's the
Do everything.
fastest way to get
YouTube would allow that.
demonetized.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
Yeah.
definitely could monetize that video. I
No.
don't think you
But
get
you-
strikes or anything though, would you?
I don't think so, because I have seen some channels on YouTube where the guy, like, there's this guy, he's a huge YouTuber. He films his trips. So he'd be like, I tripped on DMT, and he films himself
Oh, okay.
as he's taking it, and then the whole time lapse of him. And he's done it with like not everything, but kind of hard drugs.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did
Yeah.
you do an ayahuasca trip?
That one, yeah, I don't know about that one.
What's
That
ayahuasca?
one is, oh man, I've heard too many
Sounds
stuff,
like
and it's very like hit and
intense.
miss.
So you'd have to go to a shaman in like, I don't even know where they do it in the Amazon or
Peru or
something.
Ecuador.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's just meant to be like so intense, but people go
Yeah.
for like spiritual reasons, or it's got a high hit rate with getting people off like heroin, for example. I can't remember
wow.
what the number was, but you know, people who were just, it's a lot of people who are dealing with pain and like they need, it's almost like having a rebirth or something. Like they go through this spiritual journey on ayahuasca and then come out and
Yeah.
they've like sort of just seen a new light, or but I don't know.
Probably,
I feel like it could go a different way as well.
yeah, it's probably one of the most intense psychedelics that you can take, and it's a whole like ritual and ceremony.
Mm.
And I think it lasts. It's not just like a one-time thing. Like I think you take it over maybe 3 days,
Okay.
and you have the most intense trips. I've had friends that have done it, and when I was younger, I actually used to say, when I'm 25, I'm going to do ayahuasca. Hit 25, I'm like, fuck no, I'm not ready for that shit. But it's really when you want to find some deep, deep answers or have some really intense healing. From friends that have taken it, it's been extremely profound. Like it's changed their life. But I knew someone who took it and kind of fucked him up. That's why I'm kind of like,
Really? It's never been the same.
Guess it could go both ways, can't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and even a friend of mine told me when he was doing his trip, there was a girl who went like terribly bad for, and apparently he was
Really?
telling me you have to really let go of your ego, and like really just surrender to the drug and let it take you. But if you don't, that's when things just start getting really fucked up. So if you're kind of scared or have doubts, it might not even be the one for you. Yeah, I think you have to just be ready. Like apparently, like it calls you. Like you will know when it's ready.
Right.
Ayahuasca will call you to come. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I feel like it's not one of those things you just do just because you want to try
Nah,
it. It's
bro,
like
this is not
there needs to be a
mushrooms.
real reason.
Yeah.
My boy was telling me that his like close mate did it, and when he came back, like they'd done loads of psychedelics and stuff before, and they always go through like mushroom ceremonies and stuff. But then he did the ayahuasca trip, and when he came back, he said he just wasn't the same person. Like he was just trying to have a conversation like as a guy, maybe show him some girls on like Instagram, and he's just like, bro, this isn't what I want to see right now. Just like, just fully changed. And then he was just telling me, he was like, I'm just trying to show my boy some tits, and he's just like, not. I'm just trying to have a normal guy conversation. But then he said, like, fast forward a few weeks, he called my boy, and he was just like, I'm back. And he was just like,
back, baby.
it was just lifted, and he was just back to his normal self. So maybe for like a month, he was just in this different world where I don't even know like what he was going through. He didn't go into details, but you could imagine you just come back like a completely different person, and maybe what you found funny before wasn't funny after, or what you were interested in before you just had no interest in when you get back. It just seems crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. There was a Joe Rogan podcast that I listened to on the way home last night, and it was the new one with Jordan Peterson, and they just got Joe went on this. It was like a 20-minute rant, probably even longer, like such an intense rant about psychedelics, and he went into like the proper history of like the ancient, like way back in ancient times.
Oh yeah.
And he said like that he thinks that civilization has like come to a halt, or it's like kind of civilization is kind of fucked up because of the government making it illegal in like the 60s or something. He said if you go back to like the 50s, 60s, progression was like so crazy. The cars looked totally different, and and everything was like just so different in terms of like the speed of what stuff was happening, and just like the effect certain things had on you, like just the look of a car. He was talking about like the old Camaros and stuff, and he was saying that as soon as the government came in like the 60s and stopped people being able to do it, he said everything just kind of slowed down, and then like like everything just kind of went not downhill, but it just kind of nothing was really hit the same anymore. And he said like he thinks the most like influential stuff around that time, like the way stuff looked and the way people lived and the way things like came up in like culture was like all driven by psychedelics. And he said he thinks it goes way back to like the ancient times. And then it was such a crazy rant. I'm not doing it justice.
No,
but...
I've heard him. I've heard the same rant as well because I listened to that podcast, so I know what you're talking about. I do kind of believe it as well, because if they have been with us since like the beginning, like as far back as we remember, like people were taking them years and years ago, weren't they, for all types of reasons. So then maybe when you stop everyone, like the world would be a different place if everyone was taking psychedelics. Maybe there wouldn't be, maybe people would live in less fear. And obviously we all know that government want people in fear. It's like a way to control people. So I do feel like it would be a really different world if everyone was taking them.
Yeah.
And everyone was a bit more peaceful. Maybe not as many things would happen as well. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I think it would be both though. I think it would be a double-edged sword, because not everyone agrees with psychedelics.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can trigger certain things. Like if you're destined to have, predisposed or destined, I can't remember the word, to have stuff like schizophrenia or mental health issues like that, and you start taking these kind of drugs, it could really trigger it even harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
He did mention like he doesn't want to promote it in that kind of way where he just thinks like it still should be a thing where anyone and everyone should be doing it. He just said like it should be done with like counseling. You have to go to a proper person to kind of, almost like the ayahuasca thing, like they take you through the whole process and they prime you for it. They need to make sure you're like psychologically ready to do it, and all that kind of stuff. And he was saying that like the top, like he said he's friends with quite a lot of rich people and he knows like billionaires, and he said about 80% of them, probably even more of them, he's told them that they do psychedelics or they have done psychedelics, but they just can't they can't talk about it because obviously, they're gonna get prosecuted for it. But yeah, it was a really interesting rant. I've never heard him go off like that on a podcast about it. He was so into it.
Yeah, he's well into psychedelics, isn't he? Because there's loads of studies these days as well on how it can help things like PTSD. Like they're using like mushrooms and MDMA for that a lot at the moment, are they? Still going through a lot of studies. But it's slowly being proven to be very beneficial for certain people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think where was it? I think a lot of comedians have done it as well, like what's his name? That guy called Tom Segura. I think he did it. Said it changed him quite a lot. And then who's the other guy? Theo Von, that's what I'm thinking of. I think he did it as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think it's a common thing, honestly.
Yeah. Did you see he got fucking Donald Trump on his podcast?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I watched that.
That must have been funny,
man.
Crazy.
He was just talking about taking cocaine.
So funny, man. Only Theo Von could interview Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Crazy.
like that. He went on a few, didn't he? He went on Theo's, that Sean Ryan podcast, and then he went on, oh shit, his name's gone out of my head now. But yeah, he must have been doing like a few rounds, just trying to win some people over. And then straight after he goes on that debate and starts saying that immigrants are eating your cats and dogs or something. Like, he went on some like mad rant.
Oh my god!
I think he just lost his head, and he was like, "They're eating your pets. They're
eating your dogs."
He's a fucking idiot.
Crazy, man. Crazy times.
Yeah, I wonder what producers would be like on psychedelics. Like, I wonder what type of beats we'd make.
Yeah,
that would be a crazy challenge.
I'm sure. Like, I'm not gonna say names or anything, but there's producers that tell me like, yeah, we cook up on mushrooms and stuff, and they always say they come up with the craziest things because it just unlocks a different kind of creative side.
Like, if you think of all the artists in like the 60s and stuff, people were taking like heroin and making albums, but just coming out with like crazy stuff. Now maybe that's a bit too far. I say, not willing to try that, but
that's crazy, bro.
I think you're right though. I think like around this, is it when was oh my god, what's his name?
Was it around when the Beatles?
Well, like Jimi Hendrix and all those kind of guys.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah. Around that time, that was like around the 60s and stuff.
And 70s, yeah. Music was insane back then.
Yeah.
It was
people were just coming
psychedelic rock.
Yeah, and they just come in like no one had ever heard anyone play a guitar like that, and he said it was down to psychedelics. And I think it's Eric Clapton, and he was like Jimi Hendrix made Eric Clapton want to not play guitar anymore because of just how like revolutionary he was with it.
If you think of it as opening certain parts of your brain that you don't normally have access to day to day, like who knows what you can come up with. Imagine accessing like full brain in a way. I don't know if that's true, but there's a thing that people say, isn't it? Like how you can only access a certain part of your brain, or you only use a certain part every day. I don't know like how true that is. I need to fact check that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But yeah, I think honestly it's quite a common thing, especially in like Silicon Valley with all those coders and shit, those programmers who make these like massive apps and that. I think it's quite prominent. But yeah, even in the music industry, psychedelics and stuff, it's just not really talked about too much. I feel like it's more accepted to talk about like, oh yeah, we smoke weed while we cook up or make a track, or even alcohol.
Yeah.
I have noticed that more and more people are getting into things like shrooms though. Like at one point, like a lot, just from like speaking to people who like smoke bud, like at one point, anything other than bud was sort of frowned upon, like in the streets and stuff. Like you wouldn't have like the boys just taking shrooms, but these days I think people are way more open to doing like edibles, even like things like shrooms.
Yeah, maybe it's coming back,
more socially acceptable.
Yeah, maybe it's
kind of, there's just a lot of research that's been done on it though as well, and when you think about it, it's not like heroin or something like that. It's just something. It's natural, you know. It's a mushroom.
Yeah,
of course. That's the other thing. I find it crazy that all these things are just here on Earth. It's not like we've grown these things. It's not like we've done certain stuff. It's like a lot of things are just here without people having to make anything. It's like, is it there for a reason?
Must be.
Yeah, it
Who
must
knows?
be. Yeah, and it's also, and like I feel like it's also so much is undiscovered as well. It's like a certain percentage of the Amazon you just can't get to.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like, imagine what else is out there that we just haven't found yet.
Yeah,
There'd be loads
they
of
even
stuff in
got
places like the
like
Amazon, healing components, all sorts.
Yeah, yeah. Could be a
They've
cure
got,
for
like,
cancer out there.
like nicknames like DMT. They call it I think they call it God's breath because it's that strong. And ayahuasca, they say it's like connecting to your ancestors and shit like that.
It's crazy, man.
It's a way to connect to what was.
Yeah.
How we gone from that to vaping?
I know. Yeah. God, that reminds me of that Dina event. That was probably the worst I've ever seen. I didn't realize how many people vaped until we went to that event. Like, because we was up at the top, weren't we? And then kind of looking down at the main area, and just like every split second, there's just puffs of steam going in the air.
It's
like,
wild, isn't it?
Everyone's vaping. Yeah. Crazy, man. Have you tried a vape?
Luckily,
before?
I've never been. I've tried one, yeah, but luckily I've just never been a smoker, vapor, anything like that. I used to smoke bud like years ago, but I don't even smoke that anymore.
Yeah. If anything, I did was just shisha, once a week for a little while. Yeah, just go to a little pub. It was more for the atmosphere,
The social aspect.
Yeah, but I enjoyed that for a bit, and yeah, just smoking just horrible. It just tastes horrible. Have you ever tried a cigarette? It's the worst tasting thing I've ever
tried one,
but
nah, not for me, man. Like, there's people that can just wake up first thing, grab a cigarette.
Yeah, like that. Cup of coffee and a cigarette, like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
My mum still does
do
that.
Really?
Yeah, I just find it wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to hate that before school. Get up at like 7 and can just smell smoke coming up to my bedroom. Like, oh, fuck, I can just smell smoke going to school now. Yeah, not the best.
I hope this is help producers today.
Yeah. Don't smoke. Don't
we're not
ayahuasca.
promoting it.
Yeah, not promoting it, just whatever, innit?
Yeah, just chatting about
Educational purposes only.
Yeah.
Entertainment purposes.
Entertainment purposes, yeah. There's some good stuff in there earlier. Got into some good producer stuff. Yeah. What's the plan for the launch? Then Jay, what's going to be the process for this one?
So yeah, going live in, I want to say, might be like 5 p.m. I need to double check that. So yeah, just like launch week, there's just good deals on. So huge discount, obviously. Voucher, $20 voucher for the site. A bonus trap bundle, so all the other trap kits I've released on my site. Because I haven't put out loads of trap kits, but there's like 4 on there, like loop kits and a MIDI kit. So there's like 4 bonus kits and a month free of the Cactus Creators Club, and yeah, all that for only $49. So bargain, bloody bargain. So yeah, I'm just gonna run that for like a week, and then after that, it'll change from there. And of course, you get the course of it as well. So, yeah, man. Nice. So, like this next week, I'm just gonna be trying to go hard with pushing it, content-wise. I've done like a few YouTube videos pushing the wait list, and then Tuesday's video will be actually using the kit. I think I'm going live later as well, just to cook up using the kit, and then yeah, just gonna try and push out content from there.
That's good, man. Gonna be a busy week or so, but yeah, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, now that it's done, the hard part's done, sort of anyway. Like the last couple of weeks were busy, just finalizing the kit. But now everything's like sort of good to go. So yeah, I just need to be active on socials, pushing it. And this weekend, I think I'm gonna spend some time like learning how to run ads properly as well, because I learned. Nice. I did actually spend some time a while back and started running some ads, and then as soon as I like learned and then ran some, my ad account got hacked. I don't know if you remember me saying, but this was back in March, and I still haven't managed to get that account back. So I got close. Like I finally managed to remove the emails from the account, whoever hacked it. There was like 2 random emails that accessed my account, made themselves admin, removed my admin access, and then was setting up like weird ads for products I've never even heard of. But when I eventually managed to speak to Meta, they just restricted my account, but they didn't like give me my admin access, or they didn't really do anything. They just restricted it so no ads could be run. And then when the emails got removed, I was asking them to take the restrictions off. They'd be looking into it for a few days and they were saying, no, we can't take them off, but won't give me a reason. And this was going on to, like, since March. So eventually I've just been like, fuck it, I give up. I've just started a new Facebook page, a new personal Facebook account, and somehow managed to do it. Because even back then when I tried to set up a new Facebook account, it's like it knew my name and my date of birth, and the account got rejected. So it was just like driving me crazy, man. But yeah, I finally managed to start a new Facebook page, new Facebook account, a personal one, and now I can run ads again. So I need to restudy.
Back on track.
And think of a campaign. Yeah.
Did you get ManyChat back as well?
Yeah, because I've got the new.
Good.
Yeah, exactly. So because I've got the new Facebook page, I was able to do it because now I'm an admin. You can't set it up if you don't have admin access to your business account. So yeah, the last like couple launches I haven't had ManyChat or anything, so it kind of restricted me. So at least with this one I can do it proper. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, that's really good. It looked like Carvey smashed it with his kit launch. Did a lot of like ManyChat automations and stuff. Yeah,
nice.
I saw he posted like a week ago now. He posted like the percentage increase for sales, and it was up like 3,000%, something crazy.
What, compared to the last launch?
I'm not sure. I'm just assuming it was like his weekly. You know, on Shopify, you have your weekly.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it was compared to, but he just put like sales are up 3,000%. That's like, damn. Must have been a good launch. Have you used that kit yet? I've not used that kit.
No, he did send it me, but I haven't opened it yet just because I've been busy working on finishing the bundle. Have you?
No, I haven't used it yet, but it looks good. It looks like people are really, really fucking with it.
Yeah, his stuff's good, man. It's solid. His samples are amazing.
Yeah, they're really good. So yeah, intrigued. I might have to jump on it at some point.
I'll send you guys this kit as well.
Oh, thanks, man. I was going to ask actually, if I send this, can I send you guys the kit as well, and just, if you mind, just like seeing if it all works, so if you just install it in it, all the presets load up, because sometimes it can.
Yeah, of course,
say like
man.
you have to locate the file and stuff. Yeah, I'll do it when we finished or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. But yeah, good luck with the launch though, Jay, man. I'm sure it'll go well. Trap's like obviously drills first, but Trap's pretty much your second one in it, so I'm sure it'll do well.
Yeah, hopefully. I feel like a lot of people that make drill make trap as well, so hopefully there's crossover. But yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, man.
All right, then, boys. Should we wrap up?
Yeah,
sure.
Cool. All right, man. Appreciate everyone for tuning in.
Yeah.
As always, we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Peace.